Hi everyone, this is Alan Rosinski of Metro Manhattan Office Space. Good afternoon. A new Long Island Railroad station beneath Grand Central Terminal is scheduled to open by the end of this year. This project has taken 15 years of construction, which has cost $11 billion. It will equip the station with 4 new platforms and 8 tracks. The new terminal will reduce the pressure on Penn Station, redirecting about half of the Long Island Railroad commuters to Midtown East. The project includes 25,000 square feet of new retail space and a massive commuter corridor as part of One Vanderbilt, which is a 93-story office tower completed by SL Green in 2021. The upgraded station will save Long Island commuters about 40 minutes of travel time and provide a backup option for West Side commuters. Though the Long Island Railroad currently has only half of its pre-pandemic ridership, recent market research implies that the number of daily riders may soon increase. For years, the area has been undergoing major renovations of various public spaces funded by the Grand Central Partnership. Now the infrastructure upgrades that were paused due to the pandemic are being resumed. For instance, a recent proposal is to redesign Park Avenue from 46th to 57th Street, which will create pedestrian-focused green space. Now let's look at the real-world impact that this new transit hub is going to have. It's possible that business owners in Long Island towns such as Great Neck and Syosset would prefer to acquire office space near Grand Central rather than Penn Station and the Garment District. Grand Central may be perceived as more secure and upscale by comparison, and there are other factors that make it desirable. Small and medium-sized companies may like the idea of upgrading to budget Class A office space, the type of space that Grand Central office buildings have in abundance. So the net effect is going to be that a certain number of Penn Station business tenants will not renew their commercial leases and will instead relocate to Grand Central. It's fair to say that the opening of the new Long Island Railroad station will expedite the recovery of Midtown Manhattan. Grand Central attracts all kinds of businesses. In January, golf retailer Club Champion rented over 5,000 square feet for its flagship store on East 42nd Street. Russell Investments, a Seattle-based firm worth over $300 billion, signed a lease for office space located near Grand Central Terminal. Jollibee, known for its Filipino fried chicken, is moving into the area as well. They plan to open their new location by the end of 2023. The asking rent for the Jollibee space, which they signed a 10-year lease for, was $230 per square foot. Jollibee certainly negotiated a rent reduction as well as a chunk of free rent. The $230 per square foot ask does not sound unreasonable considering that 42nd Street is a major thoroughfare with a high level of foot traffic. Now, tenants could likely negotiate favorable terms since owners are highly motivated to reduce high vacancy rates that are unfortunately prevalent in early 2022. However, businesses have become cautious about signing new leases since the planned office return dates have changed multiple times. To further incentivize companies, landlords have been offering longer free rent, somewhat reduced rental rates, and increased build-out allowances. As more people return to their offices, the new Long Island Railroad station at Grand Central will inevitably bring increased foot traffic to nearby retailers, increasing demand for retail space and in turn retail rents. Recovery, however, will be uneven between different types of properties. According to The Real Deal, only 10% of New York City office properties were built after the year 2000. Large corporate tenants have a strong preference for modern, state-of-the-art office buildings, so it should come as no surprise that these buildings tend to be easily leased. Law and financial firms continue to relocate to Class A offices in Midtown East from Lower Manhattan. This influx of notable tenants from downtown will add to the appeal of the area. We may see a slight decrease in rental prices for the Penn Station and Garment District areas if the opening of the Long Island Railroad Station causes enough tenants from those regions to move to the vicinity of Grand Central Station. However, the Real Estate Investment Trust Vornado has proposed the development of new Class A towers around Penn Station. This will cause the area to benefit in the long term, creating a neighborhood that will have a more upscale feel to it. Vornado also supports an 8-acre development of public space at Penn Station. This was proposed by former Governor Cuomo. A new 68-story skyscraper on West 37th Street has also been proposed. Current Governor Hochul is definitely in favor of the area's redevelopment. She dislikes the existing Penn Station so much that she once compared it to a haunted house. However, this proposed redevelopment of Penn Station will take at least a decade. Naturally, there will be significant traffic and disruption during construction. This will likely slow down the recovery of the nearby neighborhoods even further. There was a similar drop in demand for commercial space on 2nd Avenue while the Q line was being extended. Some tenants moved out, but interest in the area increased immediately after the extension became operational. Some landlords have responded by converting their office buildings around Bryant Park to residential condominiums. Historically, there has been strong demand for condos and co-ops in New York City, but they have always been in short supply, particularly smaller units. Still, the Garment District and the area around Penn Station offer a variety of commercial buildings that fit many types of New York's commercial office space tenants. Affordable loft buildings with exposed ceilings, oversized windows, and concrete or hardwood floors can be found on side street locations. As Penn Station and Garment District landlords continue to deal with uncertainty, they may be incentivized to offer generally better deals, or they may divide their larger vacant spaces to welcome smaller tenants, which could include considering less traditional office usage, such as healthcare and life science tenants. Both Penn Station and the Garment District are connected with the PATH train that transports commuters from New Jersey to Manhattan. This has helped prominent Class A properties, such as Nelson Tower at 457th Avenue or Vornado's One Penn Plaza, retain tenants. However, it should be noted that since the overall leasing activity prioritizes high-quality buildings near major transportation hubs, it's unlikely that Class A buildings in Penn Station will fall entirely out of favor. But we'll have to wait and see. Thank you all for watching. If you found this content interesting or helpful, I'd be happy if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can always find me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @MetroManhattan. Until the next time.